Frank, I can't even imagine having to go through this. I appreciate you joining us to talk about it. Our question today was, how in the world did this happen? As I understand, you had a viewing and a funeral. No one recognized it wasn't Frankie?
Well, I got a call from the coroner. Actually, I got a message in my front door that we picked up, and it said, please call the Orange County Coroner's Office about your son, Frank. I called them, and they told me, let me check the record. And I gave them file information that they had, and they came back, and they said to me, Mr. Kerrigan, I hate to tell you this over the telephone, but your son, Frank, is deceased. I said, do I have to go see the body? That was my first thought. And they said, no, sir. He's already been identified by his fingerprints. And that's how I found out about it. That's what I knew about it. And it went on from there.
So again, though, as I read the court case, you did have a viewing and a funeral, correct? Was it an open casket? That's my question. Did no one not realize it?
Nobody wanted to. I just had a small viewing of my immediate family, and nobody wanted to even have an open viewing at all. I wanted to have one because his mom died 10 years ago, and I wanted to do the same thing and say goodbye to him at that time. So I had an absolute 100% confidence in the coroner. My son was dead, and I touched his hair, and I said goodbye, and we sang the Sarah Brightman Bocelli song, Time to Say Goodbye, and we buried my son.
James, what went wrong here? I mean, how did this happen?
Well, the County of Orange, through their coroner's office, absolutely did not tell the truth when they told Mr. Kerrigan that he had been verified through fingerprints. That was an absolute false statement. The Orange County Coroner's Office had a fingerprint match. It didn't match Frankie. It matched John Dean Dickens. However, no one bothered to check and verify the fingerprints. And they've admitted this was confirmation bias. They took an 11-year-old photo of Frankie. They looked at a dead man on the ground whose face was partially obscured by blood, horrifying the family when they went to the scene eventually and saw this blood around, and close enough. And they immediately put it into the system as Frankie Kerrigan. And when it came back, at first that there was no hit for the fingerprint, but that evening they had a number in their system which tied to John Dean Dickens. And if they had the proper protocols and safeguards, they would have made sure that someone checked that before they shipped this body to the Kerrigan family. And tragically, you had a family that loved their son, grieved their son, buried this body next to Kathleen Kerrigan, Frankie's mom, and then he shows up alive 11 days later. So it's
Frank,
been a trauma.
What was it like when you got that call, Frank, and you realized that your son was still alive?
Oh my God! Of course, it was something that nobody on this planet really ever gets. It was surreal. It was absolutely joyous for the instant, and we were beyond belief that we grieved my son, and here he is alive. But at the same time, almost immediately, I said, well, we got a stranger in our grave. Right. What is going on here? So it was joy, of course, for Frank, no question, and the beginning of a 5-year saga.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, this goes back to 2017, and I know it's been delayed a long time because of COVID. Frank Kerrigan and James DeSimone, thank you very much for the time. We appreciate it.